Oh, boy. What's going on? I am Alex. That's me. And I'm on your screen. What's happening? Pokers, what's going on? Who else is here? Wayne is here. Flux is here. Jason, what's happening? Geek is here. What's going on, peeps? What's everybody up to? Microphone's so quiet. Something's been going on with the microphones in our house. Well, Poker, in that case, you already know you're treading on extremely thin ice. That's right, Geek. This is where I'm at. This is my spot. I always screw up that turn, man. Always screw up that turn. Actually, you know what? Considering how my week and how my day is gone, that's not what I was expecting. All right, well, so Poker, here's one thing. We don't do that on stream. We just don't. We don't talk about that kind of stuff. It is, if anybody gets muted or banned from any of our streams in any kind of way, I mean, they have to. I mean, our rules are very clear, but they have to have been a gigantic dick. So, and there's really not a lot of. All of the second chances are expended before somebody was to get banned. But we don't. I mean, anybody that's been here for any period of time knows we don't talk about that stuff. So, but I know you're new, and I appreciate you coming to hang out, and I also appreciate you, you know, letting us know that they were being mean. I have no idea who it was. I don't want to know. I'm not worried about it. I'm glad you're here and wanted to come hang out. But yeah, it takes a lot for somebody to be removed from our community. We don't like doing that. So it's a tough situation in general. But whenever we have to do it, and it's also rarely ever just me decision. The only time I ever just like ban somebody is like if they're a spammer, or we have people that come in. You know, in like when we do Car X like this, and somebody comes in like a big rig truck, and they're like wrecking everybody in the server, and then they jump in chat, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are a bunch of fucking queers," and you know those type of people, that you know that type of shit. I immediately ban that, obviously. But any other situation where it's somebody has done something or is hurting people's feelings, getting on people's nerves, whatever it may be, that actually goes through like all of our mods. Like me and Charlie talk about it, and then we talk about it with all of our mods and everything like that before anything is ever done. So definitely don't think that it's ever just like because it kills me, because I don't want people to be like, oh, Alex just gets rid of people he doesn't like. It's not like that at all. Like I genuinely don't want it to be like that. Hero, what's up? Hey, Hero is here. What's going on, man? Dude, thank you so much. Look, hooking Lewitt up over here. Southern accent? What's Southern accent? Y'all ought to see me when I'm at the racetrack. I talk to y'all with the Alex voice, man, but when, there it is here. Oh my God, once I've been at the racetrack for like 45 minutes, I'm like, man, got on down to turn 3, man, got loose down there, man, and get turned, put it up in the wall, say kaboom, man. It's all turn into Boomhauer real fucking quick. Wayne, you haven't even been in a damn server yet. But anyway, Poker, if your friend had been around our server for any or around our streams, our Discord server, any of that, for any extended period of time. Like I said, there's nothing secretive about what we do. We are who we are. We're as open and as accepting of anybody as we can be. But anybody in here being a dick to anybody, be it me or Charlie or any of our friends, anybody at all, during events, whether it's SLIDESTYLE events or anything like that, it's just we're not gonna put up with it. We know a lot of people that have had to deal with a lot of shit in real life. I grew up having to deal with a lot of shit from people in real life. I know Charlie did as well. And for us to be a place, we realized very quickly when we got into streaming that for us to be a place for people to come and find people that share interests with other people and enjoy hanging out and talking to people about anything and everything and feeling comfortable talking to those people is so important. And a lot of people don't have that in their lives. I've been so blessed to get to do all these things that I'm interested in with racing and wrestling and hockey that I played for years. And you know, I was so lucky to get to do the things that I love and share them with other people. And there are a lot of people that are not lucky enough to get to do that. So for us to be able to kind of provide an organized platform and place for that to happen, it's very, very important to us. So, yeah, like I said, there's really, that's why we don't have any of the ban appeal stuff turned on or anything like that, because if anybody gets to the point in our community where they're banned, you're gone. Like there's no, you had to break through so many doors to get to that point, you know, like there's no, you know. So that's what it is with that, but I appreciate you coming through and letting us know. You're welcome to stay, hang out. If you got CarX, you come slide with us. There's DK. What's happening, bud? But sorry if the microphone quality is any kind of. There's Hero with his got the right colors on the machine. That's for sure. If there's any like the audio quality is weird. My microphone stand broke. So that's right, Wayne. Just everybody should just leave because I sound like shit. Yeah, my microphone stand broke, man. I closed it up after the last stream because you know it's usually out like this direction. So I went whoop like this to close it up, and it went pow. That's shit. So yeah, so it's the microphone is fine. That's all good, but I got to get a new stand so it can, you know, be in its usual spot, which is right here. So until then, we've got this guy, which is not bad for a headset mic, but it could sound better. RC is here too. Uh-oh, DK said he's got some news. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. For anybody that's just joining up, because I know our last stream was our last practice stream. We've been very busy with racetrack stuff. Big things happening with that, thankfully, or possibly. So kind of decided we're just going to stick with the line as we set it up for this season, just because we did say at the beginning of the year that once the lines were set, that's what we were running. Like that was kind of one of the benefits of running in slide style events, is you didn't find out about the line 2 weeks before it happened. You know, you knew all season long what every line was for every course for the whole season. That was part of what we were doing. Even though I very much do like the change, so we'll probably run that next season, because we try to slightly tweak the lines between seasons, keep the same spirit, but change things up. So that's kind of what it's all about. RC next week, man, it's going to be Car X and Counter-Strike week. That's what we're going to be doing all week next week. Theory's up in here. Theory, what's going on? Hero said he got his... I thought you said you were going to Japan. Right. Here's Skull checking out the new full-size ride over here. Look at this thing. I think you could fit a few more O's on there. Sorry, I was in the wrong gear. There you go. Give me the speed boost. But yeah, so nice, Hero. Hell yeah. That's cool, man. That is not the maximum amount of O's, Skull. You could have at least 3 on that sumbitch. Hankook, that should be your sponsor, right? Sorry, I can't see through the smoke. I know I hit you, but I couldn't see your car at all, so I was just like hoping and praying I was pushing you in the right direction. Dude, you got to go back and watch that, Skull. Once we got to like this spot right here, I could not see your car at all. And me and Zombie keep going through that center portion at the same time. Oh man, that was funny. Hell yeah, RC's bringing the lube machine back in here. Cruz is up in here. We got all the boys. I did not mean to scratch the side of your car, Cruz. Theory got the Yaris out for this one. I got to get my camera set up for this slide style. I haven't done anything for slide style, man. It has been all about the stuff at the real life racetracks this past week. I had to completely rewrite. So you guys know how I have my whole graphics overlay system and everything for slide style, of course, from watching those events. So that's what I've done for the real life racing stuff as well. So over the course of the past week, I have been rewriting that to be able to handle multiple racetracks. Because right now it's all for South Boston. Like that's because that's the track I was at. But with me being invited out to run my graphics for stuff at another track this week, tomorrow actually, I could have just kind of hacked it together and put in their logos instead of South Boston and that type of stuff. I definitely could have done that. And trying to think about it. So like basically I had to set it up to where it could handle multiple tracks, which means like their sponsor information, what divisions they're right. It suddenly ballooned into something that was much bigger than what I thought it was, because not all tracks run the same cars and stuff like that. So I had to do all of that. And yeah, that's taken me pretty much all week. I've been probably writing code 12 hours a day for the past 7 days. So, but it's mostly gotten there. I had to reinstall Windows on my laptop, get a bunch of stuff set up with that. That's been a pretty massive pain in the ass as well. But all of that stuff is moving right along. So hopefully things tomorrow go well. And next week it's going to be Counter-Strike and CarX week, of course, leading into SLIDESTYLE on Friday. For anybody that's just joining us, SLIDESTYLE event coming up this Friday, ! SLIDESTYLE in the chat to find out more. It'll take you over to the official SLIDESTYLE Discord. Geek,
I'm just joining in.
There's DK.
What can I do to find all this SLIDESTYLE stuff?
I think you can go to the official SLIDESTYLE Discord by typing ! SLIDESTYLE in the chat.
Well, goddamn. That is right.
Geek, I've kind of been talking about stuff. Well, hey, since DK is here, Geek has requested if we can get a SLIDESTYLE Friday practice. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was quality. It's a high quality one right there.
My big news.
What's the big? I gotta hear it.
You gotta take a guess first.
I gotta take. How the hell am I supposed to guess? You're gonna have a baby.
Just guess.
You're pregnant.
No.
Not you got a girl pregnant. I mean you're pregnant, like a seahorse.
No.
All right. Well, that's my guess. So fuck you. What is it?
I'm getting a whole new PC set up.
What?
Yep.
What?
The new PC is should be in Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, what's it got in it?
Oh fuck. I'd have to DM you the fucking
10-4. Good shit though.
Oh yeah, I will do that right now. Hold on.
Oh hell yeah, I'll pull it up on my phone.
Where's my screenshot?
Geek, was that an acceptable, huh? Yeah.
Boom.
You got the upgraded DK, huh? Yeah. See, I knew that's what I was waiting for.
Just sent it to you.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll check in a second. Flyers, what's up? Not gonna be able to run this one either. Damn. Hooked up with the sub though for 6 months. Thank you so much, man. You guys are the best. I appreciate
Your
all
big
y'all so
fat
much.
ass belongs to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There it is. Hey, come slide with us, man. You know what it is. I finally got to see footage from the event that I was a camera operator for, that I got to do a month or so ago. Finally got to see some of that, and not happy with it. Well, it's not that
really?
I mean, I did decent, but I have come to find out that the guys that we have at my track that are my camera operators or whatever, they are very, very fucking good. So I'm spoiled as shit by them. So then now that I see, because I was, I've never done it before, but I was doing the best I could do. Like I was trying, and I know what the producer wants to see because that's my job. That's what I'm used to doing. So I know what they want to see. So I'm trying my best to give them what they need. So I definitely did a decent job, but like after watching it back, it was like, oh my God, it's like, if you could see the stream, it's like this. It's fucking, it's not that bad, obviously, but like the camera's just not very steady compared to like, people that do that for a job. I don't have steady hands. I never have. So I couldn't be a damn surgeon. That's for fucking sure. But yeah, I was watching it back. I was just like, fuck. It's like it definitely made me realize how good, because they also didn't complain. They were like, "Oh no, man, you did great." And I mean, I guess they could have been being nice to me, but they were just like, "No, you were great." And it's like I'm watching it back, and compared to my camera guys, it was fucking horrible. So I'm really really spoiled with the guys that I've got. And our cameras suck. Those are with like high quality, like broadcast quality cameras. You should see the little fucking camcorder looking things that we've got at our track, and my guys are able to make it look good. So that is something that could potentially come up tomorrow, because the event that I'm going to tomorrow, they actually have 8 cameras for it, which for comparison, we have 3, and one of them is a static camera that just sits on the wall. So they have 8, including a drone. So just in case one of their camera operators is not able to make it or something happens, obviously they've got me penciled in as a backup, and that's if they're not using my graphics stuff. So, but now that I've been made aware of what it was that I was kind of, in my opinion, fucking up. Like I said, I didn't do that bad, so I've been practicing it with the Car X drone camera of like framing cars well and trying to keep them in the center of the shot and all that kind of shit. Heroes going go-kart racing. Oh, dude, go-kart racing is legit. Like, actual, for real go-kart racing is hardcore. There's a reason, like, that's where Formula One drivers start. And still do. I mean, Fernando Alonso is a huge karting guy. I don't know what you're talking about, Wayne. I have no idea. We don't have go-karts where I live. They just don't exist. There's no such thing as go-karts here. Actually, go-karts are illegal here. You can't drive them. So I don't know what you're talking about, because me and Charlie have never been in go-karts ever. It's never happened. DK's getting a whole new computer, man. Hey, you'll be able to play all kinds of shit with us, man. You'll be able to play Counter-Strike. The new Counter-Strike when that comes out.
I don't know that one.
Have you tried that BattleBit game yet? I think you would like that one.
No, I have not.
That one's fun as shit. And they've been working on it a lot. The only thing that's hard, like, if we play with Wayne and stuff like that, Wayne and Malte were playing it. Of course, with them being on the European servers with the ping like it is, it's kind of difficult. But on the U.S. servers, for us, it's pretty solid. Wayne, I don't know what you're talking about. RC, are you bringing this tasty thrust rear end lube machine out for slide style competition next Friday? I was telling Wayne earlier, we were messaging back and forth about something else, and I was telling Wayne earlier, I cannot figure out how he just remembers, he'll remember something I said one time on stream like 2 years ago, and he remembers it. I can't get shit by this guy.
I do have to say, from my laptop now to the PC I'm getting is a huge, huge upgrade.
Oh, I can't imagine. Let me look at this shit. Oh yeah, here we go. All right. Okay, all right. 8-core i7. They're going to be dual-threaded, so basically a 16-core i7.
It should be 12-core.
No, it's 6. Well, it's got 8 physical cores, but they're all the new stuff is dual-threaded, so it's essentially has 16.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's 16.
The guy I got got to help me build that. That's what he said. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. 32 gigs of RAM. Hell yeah. 4070, solid. Oh, excuse me, I didn't burp right in y'all's ear. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be fucking rock solid. It beats the shit out of my computer, that's for sure. Hell yeah, dude, you're going to be able to do all kinds of stuff. Especially with all that fucking the GTA stuff y'all fuck with.
Yeah, and what I just sent you was
kinds of fucking mods and stuff.
And yeah, and what I just sent you was the price.
Oh, I won't talk about that part. Let me look at it. Oh, good grief! But for what's in it, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And that shit's that's gonna run you. I mean, you're not gonna have to, as long as nothing breaks, knock on wood, but as long as everything's good, you'll be able to run that for 4 or 5 years, no problem.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with mine. Mine was built to last probably 3 or 4 years, and that was 6 years ago. So mine's reaching the end. I've extended things as long as I possibly could, and it's got the newish video card in it. I've had that about a year now. Wayne would know; he remembers everything. I think it's been about a year. Because I got it about the same time we built Charlie's PC, so I think it's been about a year. Yeah, because she started streaming shortly after that, so yeah, it'll be a year. No babies, Hero. No Alex Jr. You'll be good. Just gotta take it easy. I mean, honestly, RC, I probably made a post about it in Discord or something where I was like, hey, I finally got my new graphics card, so I'm going to be working on that, and then hopefully we can stream tonight. So he'll probably be able to search that up and get literally an exact day. Check the machine. Is this Flyer's new ride right here? No, he said he was going to get in the... I hate that the damn names don't come up over top of people's heads.
Well, if he had the banner.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, he said he can't run this month, so... The only person I think has got one in the server right now is me and Skull.
You forget I'm in here.
Oh, you're in the server? I didn't see you. You're in here, and I know Wayne was... What was Wayne driving? And Hero's he's rocking on the Switch right now, I think, so. No, Wayne's got this one. Here's DK. This thing looks so sick, man. I love this car. Look at Wayne sitting over there all by himself. I feel bad. There we go. Hell yeah. My horrible parking. What are you talking about? I was Flyers. I was right. see, Wayne didn't want me on the chase. I see how it is. Where's RC? On that door, boy.
Don't let him get it, RC, if you're off the team.
That rear end lube. In there.
I didn't hear contact. It didn't count.
Well, there you go. I just ran him into the wall.
That pushed him into the wall. That didn't count.
Oh, he's way out there. Why is he way out there? Oh, he's running away from me. That's what it is. He hit the wall on his own. That's.
You still didn't get the door within the run.
Boy, get your ass back up here. I got something for you. Where? Ow! Shit. We both.
RC, that counts as you getting his door.
What? All right, I got this lead right here. Where is he at? Oh, you want to lead again, RC? All right. So somebody go with Cruz. I'm rocking with RC right here. All right, he goes like way up here. Ah ha ha! He spun out that time.
Still doesn't count.
I am the lead now. I am the captain now.
I am the captain now.
Skull. I got you. I see what you're saying.
RC's the mini boss. Now you got to deal with me.
Where are you at? Get up here. Let's do it.
God, I haven't.
How come you ain't want to do it on the... I've still got to chase Wayne one time. I never did get to do that, but I'll get you on the way back.
Oh,
How come you never drove with me on the LA line? Like the one line I'm good at. Oh,
Who,
shit.
me?
Yeah. I don't know if we did or not.
I drove with you.
Did we?
Yeah.
There was no talk
drove.
of if people were stealing doors or not, though.
No, because you wasn't close enough to me.
On that one? That's the only line I'm any good at. Out of all of them. I am so horribly inconsistent on this one.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've actually drifted on car wrecks.
Shoved you up in the wall. Sorry, Wayne.
Oh, my headlights don't work like that.
Shit always bothers me with the RX-7. You press the button and then you press it again and you're like, what the fuck? All right, we got
Press
this.
it once and they just pop up.
All right, I'm on the lead first, or where are you at? Oh, you're already driving. Hang on, I'll wait for you.
Yeah, I'm coming up. We'll rock, paper, scissors. We'll just say it. All right, you ready? 3,
How
2,
do we do that?
Or
All right, 3, 2, 1, and I'll call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1, paper.
Rock.
Wow.
You win.
All right. You waited after I said it. Okay. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, there's an RC.
Okay.
DK back in front.
I can.
We're good. We got this.
So
Oh, we were good.
Bad. All right, I call fucking rerun. Why am I lagging? I usually don't fucking lag like this.
Waifu's up
My
in
internet
here.
cable plugged in.
Ah, that might help. Flash with the follow. We appreciate you. What's going on? Man, we never got any music rolling or nothing up in here tonight. Gotta get that happening. All right, where's DK at?
Getting bullied by RC. We don't talk about it. Alright, is everybody just waiting on me and Alex?
I'll say
y'all gotta run.
Yeah, here. Let's
Yeah.
let everybody roll. It's gonna be
Yeah, I'll go. RC, get off my bumper. My tires aren't even hitting the ground. Did not mean to go that wide.
We got a minefield to get through here. I shoved you into the wall there, sorry.
That was a horrible lead run by me.
We haven't had one where we were by ourselves yet. We gotta get a...
No, we haven't.
We need to get a clean one here.
Do we have somebody with a modded vehicle? I haven't lagged this in a fucking minute.
I haven't noticed one, but then again, I can't really see them because I don't have any of them installed. So like, they just show up to me as like plain cars, which there is just a plain car right here. So I don't know if they have one or not. Whenever you get back, I think it could be just me and you.
Lead again?
Yeah. So we can hopefully get one.
Oh my god.
Dude, this lag is crazy. Alright, so here's what we're going to do first. Hit that real quick.
Lord God.
Thank y'all. Okay. What's my ping like? 24.
Your ping's fine.
Everybody's pretty level, and Wayne is even at 100. Which, if Wayne's below 150, that's pretty good. All right, let me try. I'll try to lead one real quick since we'll give that a shot. Hey, Maltese here. Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
That transition gets pretty interesting.
It does indeed.
Oh, no! Right, what's going on? Same as always, man. Slide style practice. 110s. Search up Alex and US servers. Come hang out. All right, we're going to get a good one here. Here we go. I feel pretty good about that one. I know you're lagging balls, but I feel pretty good about the lead there. So we finally got a decent run in. But, right, yeah, we're all slide style events are all 110s, just kind of part of the specs package we put together for these machines. All that information is available on the slide style Discord. right, we got this one right behind you. Or beside you. So.
Again, this car loves angle and wide lines. Ooh, grinding.
I'm so like off sync with. That's the thing about this line, man. It's probably one of the most wide open ones that we've got for the whole season. Honestly, like there's so many different ways to approach it. Oh my bad.
Yes, that I can agree with.
But yeah, I definitely dig the. I don't know if you were here for it earlier when we were talking about it, but we're gonna stick with the original plan for this one, just because we did kind of say at the beginning of the season that we were gonna make all of the lines, and that it was, we were gonna know the entire season before it started. We did make that one change for the San Felizo line, but that was like before round 2, and it was for round 8, so we figured that was okay. But
gotcha. Okay.
So, but next season though, we're gonna do this line the other way. So we're definitely gonna do it. But we just figured it was too late to make that kind of change or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Ryan says, "Oh, he's in the Discord because he does CDS and VDS stuff." Well, hell yeah! Well, you are welcome to come join in and hang out with us whenever you like. We've got our upcoming event is this Friday. Going to be here for Springstone. It should be a decent one. Things have been a little weird here on the stream because of outside stuff that I've got going on. All good stuff though, of course. But we're definitely going to have a whole bunch of open practice session streams and everything next week as well. Of course, you guys can always get in the there's the lobbies channel in the SLIDESTYLE server that you guys can post, online lobbies that y'all are in if you want to hang out. And definitely take a look at previous SLIDESTYLE events if you've never watched one before. Very, very different from all other drift events that are out there and available now. We are definitely an entertainment-based event versus a hardcore competition event. It's all about getting together with your boys and having a good time, building crazy cars and sliding with your friends. And we definitely make sure that if you sign up for an event, your car is individually showcased. Everybody gets a qualifying run, and you're showcased on the stream and the broadcast. We make sure to talk about your car, your livery design and everything like that. And then, everybody gets a run, and everything with SLIDESTYLE is fan voted. Of course, we don't have judges. So all of our scoring and everything is based on Twitch voting. So obviously it's definitely more about having fun. It is by no means serious competition. It's all about just, hanging out with the boys and having a fun time together. But yeah, we definitely want anybody to join in, anybody of any skill level or whatever. There's no requirements of any kind. As long as you have the game and you can build a car within the specs of the rules, which compared to other events, they're pretty simplistic. There's not a lot that really goes into it. You are free to join in and participate in the event. Hero, in the all of the stuff for the windshield banners is all in that PDF file in the regulations thing. I mean, not here doing 360s and stuff. But like you can already see how differently everybody approaches this middle section. Because like obviously the initial turn can be taken. I mean, you've got this whole wide space here to hit it. Yep, right. Everything is in that. If you go to the last page of the that little regulations PDF, you'll see like a quick, like a little table that basically just has everything that you need for the car in it. And then the detailed explanation is on the page before that, but just the little quick reference guide or whatever is there on that last page. Just so that way people that are, want to jump in and build a car and come slide with us real quick can just skip right to that page and put together a car to come hang out in the server. Yeah, that's 90 is the minimum. Good run going right here. Good stuff. I like the black and white car with the red seats. That looks sick. Haven't seen one of those around quite a while. But yeah, this is definitely one of our favorite tracks.
This may be my West Coast Arena car. I've been practicing on it with I've been practicing on West Coast in the R35, and this may
that's
be
what
the
you're
car.
in. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That kind of front end style is what I was going for when I did the livery on this car this way. Was to give it that kind of same look.
Yeah.
Because I think the front end on this, the rest of this car is so badass looking, and the front bumper is one of the ugliest things I think I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't know how the hell that got by their design process. It looks so bad to me. I don't know why. Don't mean no offense to anybody or anything, but they're ugly as fuck. So I improved on it a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of the same look that I was going for, that visual style. I wanted that to put that onto this car. And I think it came out pretty decent.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
It's all right. Now, I just don't like the... I don't know. I don't like what BMW has been doing with the front ends of their new body designs, just in general, on their road cars, on everything. I'm just to kind of, how sometimes like a car manufacturer will start doing something design-wise and it just doesn't work for you. That's kind of BMW they've been the ones getting on my damn nerves lately with that stuff. I just look at the cars and I'm just like, that looks like shit, man. But other people are like, bro, that's so fucking cool, So it's everybody, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I'm trying to think of some other cars. There was another car design that was like that. When I first saw it, I was like, that looks terrible. Why did anybody okay that? But I can't remember what it was. It was just like a regular ass car, like a Toyota Camry or something like that. Like it was just a regular fucking. It wasn't a Toyota, but because I actually kind of don't mind the modern style Camry front end design. I know it looks way too damn. They're trying to make it look. It's because of their NASCAR deal. They're trying to make the front end of the car look way too sporty. It's a fucking Camry. Like, I know that's what they brand their like cup cars with, but you're never turning a Camry into a race car. Not a four-door full size, soccer mom Toyota Camry. Like, it's just not a race car. Like, it's like having a fucking Dodge Caravan race car. Like, no, it's a fucking van. Can you race them? Yes. Does it look like a race car? No. Can you imagine putting like a fucking Lamborghini V12 in the ass and like a rear engine in the back of one of those minivans?
That'd be fucking insane. Somebody,
the Huna van is what that would be. The boys need to build one.
Yeah.
Lewin, what's up, dude? That's going to drive me nuts because I've got the idea of what was wrong with the front end of the car in my head, but I can't remember which one it was. See, Ryan's got the Corolla over here. Now, that is a racy looking Toyota. What the hell car was it? Oh, the new Hyundais look horrible. That's one of them. The like new Hyundais, like the 2023, whatever. The front ends on like their, like the Sonata and the Elantra, like their regular four-door cars. It's like the whole front bumper is a grill. It looks terrible. It's so bad. Maybe they didn't do it with the Elantra. Let me look. I'm very biased because I worked at a Hyundai dealership when they did all of their major body redesign stuff in like 2010, 2011, and all of a sudden they like jumped to the top of the fucking sales and car manufacturers within like a year. Right before they started the whole Genesis thing. Let me look. Right, 2023 Hyundai Elantra. All right, so when it's black, it's okay. When they put the silver chrome looking stuff on it, I don't know. I don't like it. It's too much. Even if they had shrunk it down by like 2 inches and had a gap between the headlights and that shape of grille, it wouldn't be bad. But it's because it goes from the headlights all the way to the bottom of the front bumper. I don't know. Something about it doesn't vibe with me. I look at it and I see what they were going for. I just don't believe they executed the way that they wanted to. That's usually when I say something looks like shit, that is a short version of the long sentence that I just said. That I see what they were going for, I just don't believe that they executed the way that they wanted to. I shortened that down to saying it looks like shit. I'm not just hating. I just don't feel like explaining that every time I say it. Gizmo and Cat, what's up? And Bama's here too? What's happening? I did see that skull. I thought that was kind of cool. I'll have to look it up again, but I seem to remember the new like DeLorean concept view or whatever. It like had those like razor line tail lights or whatever, like real thin looking. Is that the right one, DK? Am I thinking about the right one?
I couldn't tell you.
I know they look cool as shit. Gizmo, I love you too. Happy birthday again. Sorry I didn't get to come hang out with y'all while you were streaming and say happy birthday. This thing for the racetrack tomorrow is crazy. I have been grinding. I was telling them earlier, I've been rocking like 12 hours a day writing code for the last 7 days straight. It's been pretty intense, but it's going to be worth it, I hope. Haven't got to stream at all. But I love you too. I love you guys. Gizmo said I'm small. What? Hold on now. Hold on. Hold on. You know what we do every single stream? You know what Wayne and Skull, what these fools do to me every single stream? You know what they do? They say, I've got to get jacked. You mean I'm small, son? Look at these. You see my little skinny ass? Look at these arms. You don't get arms like this from my little skinny ass. We get jacked in here, son. Small. Like small. See, RC knows what's up. Look at RC says get jacked. I don't feel like getting my damn phone camera and shit. So we're gonna do squats. It's leg day, son. Look at this. We're jacked in here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this right here. Look at all these muscles.
Still small.
What? Oh, boy. Look at these squats. Look at if I could show you all these legs. You don't understand. You don't understand. These legs. Y'all don't see me with shorts on.
You know why
like
we can't
never.
see them? You know why we can't see them?
Why?
It's because they're too small.
Because they're small. Yeah. Y'all, see, Hero's gonna do some. Me and Hero, we'll do some push-ups right here. Damn, it's right. I'll flip the fuck out of a smart car. I bet them things are heavy as shit. I feel like they're real low center of gravity in them. Kind of like a Tesla. You know how the what do they call it? The skateboard or whatever. The bottom frame of a Tesla that's all battery. I bet them things are fucking heavy as hell. There's a puppy dog. You think I'm small? I'm not small. I'm the big man. Yeah, you're a big man.
Yeah, in that dog's head, they're like, yeah, he's pretty small.
Oh. That's with the big smile. That's a good boy.
And also, I do push-ups for breakfast.
That doesn't sound very filling. Gizmo, that was perfect timing. Did he just say something about boobs in the song? I wish I could scroll it back. I hate shitting on this bot so much, but really, of all of the features that they could the fact that they have it working at all, they could just add a couple of more little things, and it would be so nice. I can't go back. If I wanted to play this song again, y'all would have to request it again. But you can't request it while it's playing because it'll say it's already in the queue or whatever. So then you have to wait. I'm pretty sure DK's at home now. He was asking what you did for PT this morning.
What I did for PT this morning? Hero, why you want to ask?
Because apparently he got fucking crushed for PT this morning.
Oh, that sounds like that's a issue, not an ish me. I done, let's see, 2 miles. Well, our PT test is 1.5 miles, so I always usually run just 2 miles on a warm up. I done.
Y'all hit this.
Fuck. I cannot remember, honestly.
He says me and DK's cars are like plane enemies.
Oh, we are. Yeah, ours is. Yes.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I ran 2 miles. My 1.5 miles is usually like a 10-minute 1.5 miles. Which is not fast at all. People have done it in 7 minutes. We done our push-ups. I cannot remember how many because we just fucking do them until we're dead. We don't do sit-ups anymore. We can do planks for our PT test, so we just plank for 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes straight. Or until we're dead. Fuck. Honestly, it's been a fucking day. I can't remember because I was working and I done PT this morning, so I'm dead.
Jeez. That is.
And I found out my options to PCS, so I'm going from Georgia to Kansas.
Oh. There's an Air Force base in Kansas?
Yep. McConnell Air Force Base.
What the fuck are they doing that? Like, just, I mean, you know, armchair general or whatever. I'm trying to figure out why you would want an Air Force base in Kansas. I guess it's good to have centralized locations as far as like landmass. I'm just trying to think strategically, like what would be the benefit. I guess are they running? I mean, I know you probably can't talk about a lot of it, but I guess they would be running like long-term operation stuff out of there, like recon stuff and shit.
No, there's refuelers there. That's what I'd be working on.
Oh,
Air
okay.
refuelers.
I don't, because I guess it's just from the typical propaganda and such. But usually when I think Air Force, the first thing you think of is like fucking drones and satellite stuff and all, like
the fighter jets and shit like
all
that,
the crazy stuff.
But yeah,
there's a fucking shitload that go like that. I mean, obviously, all of the branches of the military are necessary for defense. Like, they all have very important jobs. But, like, I think a lot of people just kind of brush off the Air Force and don't realize that, like, none of the rest of the military could operate at all without the Air Force.
Exactly.
It's fucking crazy.
Except maybe the Navy. Because the U.S. Air Force has the largest Air Force in the world. You know who's number 2?
Is the Navy. Yeah, they've got their
U.S.
own,
fucking Navy.
Yeah, they've got their own, like, miniature version of the Air Force that they carry around themselves. But just the satellite connectivity and things like that, because it's not, I mean, the Navy isn't launching satellites and stuff, are they? That's all through anything. Well, I mean, I know they're doing the whole Space Force thing now, but basically everything satellite related is Air Force, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Or it falls under their jurisdiction, I guess, would be the. Well, of course, NASA. Yeah.
And now the Space Force, which is
I really still don't understand it. I mean, I guess
I don't.
It makes sense in a way, I guess, to separate, like. Because, well, I mean, if you really want to look at it simple, there's no air in space. So if you're the Air Force, what are you doing in space? I mean, like, that's the redneck definition, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I can kind of understand splitting it up, but I also feel like that adds a whole bunch of fucking bureaucratic red tape and shit, because if there's anybody making use of the satellites, who is it? It's the fucking Air Force. Like, so I understand separating them, but then again, it's like, I feel like it's a bunch of unnecessary... But I don't get paid the big bucks to make those decisions. So,
yeah, and back to all the other branches in the Navy and stuff.
Yes.
God damn it, I can't fucking talk. Military brain. I just go every fucking 2 seconds. Back to the other branches, depending on the Air Force. There we go. I can't fucking speak.
There it is.
Depending on the Air Force, the Navy uses our air refuelers to refuel their jets. They don't have refuelers of their own.
They don't have their own refueling planes.
No.
See, adding to stuff that I didn't know.
They have like the smaller ones, but like for the big sorties and stuff
like
that.
the big tanker planes, yeah.
Yeah, we have those, and that's what I'd be working.
And Hero, there's Yogi. What's up, dude? Here goes Cat. Look here. You go find out. Why don't you come on over here and we can find out, small son. Don't judge my fucking. I'm not good at boxing. Have y'all ever done any boxing? We'll talk about that later. That's a whole nother subject. You're small, Cat. You're a tiny cat. You were just like the same age I am. Oh, you're talking about me, motherfucker, boy. Oh, hey, RC, did you not watch me do the squats? That's why I did them. I was right here. All right, let me go back to the one thing.
I wouldn't count
Hero
those as
said.
squats because they weren't 90 degrees.
I'm trying to stay on camera. And to the wrestling standpoint, I would say Dave would have said that those aren't squats because your balls didn't touch the ground. That's the way that we would. Yes, that's exactly what I was doing, RC. I was shaking my ass on stream. But to what Hero was saying earlier, I actually did know that. That on all technicalities, the Marines are a sort of a branch of the Navy. Whereas,
Yeah, they are.
They're their own thing
They
now, but they
branched
are
off of the
part. They're
Navy.
part of the. Would the highest position, like the highest position, like the highest ranking position of the Marines be SecNav? Would that, because of that?
I don't know.
Or is there a Secretary of the Marines that's like at equal? Because I've never heard of the Secretary of the Marines before. I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there is too. I don't learn about that. I learn about all the Air Force shit.
I mean, Hero would know.
Yeah, that's a Hero question.
I'm sure he's typing right now. He's like, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you all about it. I got you.
He's gonna give us a full fucking history lesson.
Okay, so he said the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps is the highest. That's the highest of them. So, but what I'm saying is, because it being a fork off from the Navy, does the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps have to report to the Secretary of the Navy? Is what I'm asking. I bet you other countries, because I mean, obviously we have the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth biggest military on the planet ourselves. But I'm sure other countries look at our military and they're just like, why? Why?
Why do you
why
think,
is there's so many different? It's like a giant onion. There's so many layers. It's like that's how we do it, motherfucker.
and the thing is too, in World War II, the Germans called the fucking Marines devil dogs.
Oh yeah.
Because the Marines did not give a flying fuck.
Hell no. Well, they still don't. They didn't before that either.
No,
that was
no. Their brain capacity leaves and crayons and alcohol join. Sorry, Hero, but it's kind of true.
Oh, he just said that a little while ago when he was talking about the go-karts. He said he's got to have a crayon in his helmet. I love it, dude. I love. Well, that's like kind of the same. I mean, the closest experience that I have, of course, and it's not even in the same ballpark, but the closest experience I have to like the level of hard work and the brotherhood and everything that comes from the military is the wrestling stuff. That's the closest that I have ever been. Obviously, it's not even in the same universe, but to, you know, the way that we were always the same way about how we're all collectively the weirdest group of fucking human beings on the planet, that we just stand in front of a crowd of people in our underwear and beat the shit out of ourselves, and other people, they pay for the show, but we don't get any of the money that they paid. Like so we'd always talk about shit like that. So I love seeing like Hero being like, yeah, there's a crayon in my helmet for when I'm bored.
Yeah, he takes a nibble out of it if he's bored.
You just got to get the different flavors too. You know.
Yeah, you got the Marines with the crayons. I can't remember what everybody rags the Army and the Navy. Well, we all know the fucking Navy. I'm just not gonna say it.
I'm not gonna. I ain't saying nothing. Well,
yeah,
and my ex that I was with for a long time, she was in the ROTC, but their ROTC program in school was through the Navy, and her grandfather was so like he worked like in the Pentagon, and he wasn't like Joint Chiefs of Staff or anything like that, but like he had meetings with the president and shit. Like he was way the fuck up in the Navy. So she came from like that Navy family or whatever, and for the amount of times that I've heard about the chair force, oh my God, that's the one thing that I know about
the chair force.
About y'all.
That's what they think we do, is sit in chairs all day.
Well, if y'all weren't sitting in them chairs doing the shit you do, they wouldn't be able to do nothing they were doing. So.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm in the maintenance part.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, you ain't sitting in no fucking chairs.
I ain't sitting in no fucking chair. I rarely do. It's a fucking blue moon crossing over a fucking rainbow and a cow jumping over both of them at the same time event if I sit in a goddamn chair.
And well, that's the other one too. Is Charlie's brother? I always I kind of don't think about it because I don't think about him as being military for some reason. Like, he is the military, but I don't think about it because I think about him as the drone guy. But that he's actually he ended up moving back to Virginia because he works for the Pentagon now, and that's his thing in the Air Force is the drone stuff. I don't know what he does. I just know it's drones because he can't tell us much about it, but I know he does drone shit, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, he loves to fly because he's not like a pilot or anything like that, but he loves to fly the little, the quadcopters and stuff. And he likes taking pictures and stuff with him, flying way up high, like at the beach and stuff, and getting really cool shots. But yeah, I mean, that's like especially with the modern day military stuff. I mean, you never know when, those guys will save somebody's ass. So they can say Air Force all they want, but they're going to sit in their air conditioning to make sure you're not getting fucked up by somebody.
And the thing is, I got my 2 bases that I could PCS to, which is permanent change of station, that I could PCS to, and the second one was in Georgia. It's another one in Georgia.
Okay.
And I believe I could be working on, if I went there, I could be working on F-16s, A-10s, C-130s, and a bunch of other stuff. They have like everything there, and everything rolls through there to like get worked on. But I don't want to stay in Georgia. Like, I'm through with Georgia scenery and all that shit.
Trying to,
I ain't seen before.
Branch out.
So I chose Kansas, which is in the middle of the fucking United States, and apparently there's nothing there. But me being my outdoorsy self and shit, I'm gonna find something.
You can go find you can go find something to do. Well, and also if it's more recon type planes and, like you said, the tanker planes and stuff like that type of stuff, I bet you that's some interesting shit too. As far as because I don't know exactly what you do for your job, but from the maintenance standpoint and working on things, the mechanic standpoint, I feel like that shit's pretty interesting because those are big fucking planes. I mean, obviously fighter jets are big planes too, but I mean, those are fucking big tanker, like the refueling planes and shit. Oh my god, it's like a flying fucking skyscraper.
They're right now, I'm going through a divestment, which means that the plane I'm working on is going away. They're all going to the boneyard and they're not coming back. It's a E8C J-Star is what everybody calls them. It's a joint with Army, and it's a radar. It's like a giant fucking radar jet. Oh, okay. Everybody mixes this up with the AWACS. The AWACS has the big fucking dish on the top of the jet.
Of it. Yeah.
We are the same aircraft, almost. Little different engines.
Okay.
But our radar is on the bottom of the belly.
Okay.
And it's a little more sleek.
So it's not this big, obvious fucking plate.
No. That's the jet I'm working on right now, and we only have 2 left at our base. So right now, our maintenance isn't that much of a working thing right now, but and the phasing them base, out. Because we're phasing them out. And the jet that I'm going to be working on is a KC-135, which is the tanker air refueler. And they're getting divested too, and I'm going to start working on the KC-46s, which
they just keep putting you on shit they're getting rid of.
Yeah. So I'm going to have 2 different jets or aircraft. I don't even know if we want to call them a jet.
Yeah.
At my next base, and I'm going to,
Hell yeah. RC, I didn't miss it, buddy. Sorry, I didn't want to. Oh shit, that was a lag right there. I didn't want to interrupt what we were talking about. But dude, thank you so much, man, for the I saw the sub come through. I appreciate you, buddy. You You are the man. And also, Bama with some bits earlier, too. I didn't see that, actually, when it happened. So, that's awesome, dude. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I wouldn't say all the fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Hero. I'm having a bit of fun.
That is, that's one thing that
ahead.
I've always, like, even with the streaming and everything like that, like, y'all will probably notice is the one thing, because y'all know I'm a talking motherfucker. Like, I can talk all day long to anybody about anything and whatever, but, like, as soon as anybody that was, like, in the military or is in the military or, you know, police officer or in the fire department or a paramedic or anybody like that, as soon as they start talking about their job, I shut all the way the fuck up. Or I start asking questions. Like, I want to know, you know, their experiences and things like that they've been through, because that shit is so fucking... it's obviously super fucking important just in general, but it's like, I know for a goddamn fact I couldn't do any of it. So it's, you know, I could talk about shit all day long with sports and obviously with, like, wrestling stuff, racing stuff, and I've been around it, I've been in it and everything, you know, talk about that stuff all day long. But as soon as anybody brings up anything related to any of that stuff, it's just, I'm just like, it's there, they have the floor with me. I'm like, I can't speak to any of this. It's so fucking cool, man. Getting to hear all y'all's, like, stories and what you do and everything.
Yeah, going back to when I actually, like, signed up, I told my recruiter I wanted to go into a maintenance field. I told him kind of specifically vehicle maintenance because I already know all that shit, and I'd be going to a tech school that I already know, and I'd be like kind of top of my class. I already know every fucking thing about a car, a truck, diesel engine, and all that.
Yeah.
And he told me there wasn't a fucking opening for any of the vehicle maintenance, and I was so fucking sad because I would have been working on, like, the trucks or air ground equipment.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the stuff that's at the airfield, right?
Yeah, I would be working on all that shit. Engines, I'd be getting, like, fucking elbow deep in the fucking diesel engine, which I absolutely love. And he put me in a open maintenance contract. And when I got to basic, I went through my whole basic, and the last week I got my job. And I got the aircraft structural maintenance, and I was like, okay, this is something new. I'm happy. I'll fucking learn something new skill or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely something interesting.
Yeah. And then I went through my tech school, and then I got to my first base, and I absolutely fell in love with my job.
Hell
like,
yeah.
I love working on the aircraft like this. But I could have been working on cars, which I absolutely fucking love, and I was so sad that I couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
I would be working on the fucking security forces cars, the Humvees, the fucking deuce and a halves we have, the fucking everything on the military base.
I mean,
runs on an engine.
Is any of the plane stuff, like, comparable?
What do you mean by that?
As far as, like, the mechanical aspect of it goes, like, I guess not if you're working on, like, big recon planes and stuff.
Think of my job as a vehicle body shop. Nothing mechanical, like, we don't touch the engines or anything like that.
Oh.
We just work on the body of the aircraft.
Okay.
So if there's a dent inside of the fucking wing or a flap's torn or something like that, that's me. That comes off the jet into my shop.
Okay. So y'all are in charge of making sure the damn thing can actually, you know, once the engine is up and running, y'all are making sure that the thing can actually fucking fly.
Yes.
If you're missing wing parts and shit like that, it ain't doing much flying.
No. And the funny thing is, whenever I found out my job, my MTI, or drill sergeant, was my job. So I asked her what I could expect, and she like sat down with the other guy that was in my flight, and we talked about the job and stuff, and she has worked some shit. Like the story she has told, oh my god, like it is amazing what she has worked on and what she has seen being worked on. One of her stories is that no shit, A10 came back with half a missing wing and half a missing vertical stabilizer.
Holy shit.
Landed and they fixed it.
And they fixed it and had it back flying again.
Had it back flying again in like a month, maybe.
That's wild. That's so cool. All right, let me catch back up here. Storm, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for the bits, man. I appreciate it. What you been up to? Malte says in Finland the military is like, it's a mandatory, like you have to. What's Malte? What's that? It's is it 2 years of required? What's the requirement as far as that goes? Hero says he'll be a motor transport mechanic.
Yeah, he got the job I wanted in the Air Force. And that's another thing too. You know how the fucking Army, Marines, and all that shit goes around to schools and stuff?
Yeah.
I literally just signed my contract with the Air Force, and the next day I got back to school, and I was walking around. I had the lanyard, the Air Force lanyard on my keys, and I was walking around, and I can't remember. They was like, have you already, like, you want to join the military? And I was like, yeah, like I didn't play it off
yesterday.
like I yeah. I was like, yeah, I do want to join the military. And I was like, what do you want to be? And I was like I can't remember exactly what I said. I was like a motor, like working on motor vehicles and stuff. I believe that's what I said. And they were like, yeah, we have all of that. We have the aircraft engine work, like the props and shit. And I was like, oh really? And they were like, they went all a fucking full spiel on everything they had, and I was like, oh well, that's cool. I just signed up for the Air Force yesterday. And they looked at me like, you son of a bitch.
You let me go through that whole fucking thing.
Trying to convince me to join, and I was like, well, you see.
Matter of fact, that's funny. Malte says 6 month minimum in Finland. That's cool. Carx, what's going on? Yeah, search up Alex in U.S. servers. Come slide with the boys. Get a little slide style practice in. And we're talking about, of course, DK and Hero are both in the military. So,
what RC?
Sorry, well,
there's a slight issue there.
Just a little bit of a problem here, sir. I can't do any of that because I'm already signed up.
And whoever asked, I don't know what to call you in chat. Yeah, the recruiters came to my school, seen me walk around with the Air Force lanyard that I had on my keys for my vehicle, and they were like, you want to join the military? I was like, yeah. And I let them go on for like 20 minutes. And they was like, so you want to take this pamphlet for the Army? And I was like, so about that.
Well, I really don't need it.
And then they asked me what job I got in the Air Force. I was like, I went open mechanical because they didn't have the opening for the job I wanted. And it was like, oh, we could have you the job you want, like right now. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're going to
I'm
tell
like,
you. They're always going to tell you that too.
Yeah, like, we could have you the job that you want right now. Like, you signed the contract right now. You have that job.
It doesn't even work like that, does it? Yeah, because you've got to do, like, MEPS and all, right?
Like sometimes it is like that, but,
if you go in as an officer, it's like that, right? Because they're basically yanking you out of college, and you're like, yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah. What was I trying to say? You messed me up there.
Sorry.
Damn it. Military brain again, losing track.
I'd offer you a crayon, but that won't help. That only helps. That only help Hero.
That'll only help him. That'd draw me back. I would lose IQ if I ate a crayon.
You know, my cousin's a Marine, and he's never made a crayon joke, not one time. But he's the kind of, well, I mean, he is very loving, one of the most gentle people I've ever met. But he's not small, and I don't think I would ever even think about making a joke about that to him. Because if he didn't find it funny.
No, at this point, all the Marines and fucking Army and everybody find everything, because we have the chair force, the Marines and their crayons. I don't know what the fucking
what's the Army one?
Army is.
I can't remember the like.
I think everybody mixes the Marines and Armies together with the crayons.
Yeah.
There's the Navy, and then there's the Puddle Pirates, which is the Coast Guard.
Yeah, the Puddle Pirates.
Because they're not a real branch. And Hero will agree.
Well, I was gonna say every single paycheck they get that says U.S. Coast Guard on it, they got a smile on their face like a motherfucker. So,
yeah, but they're just puddle pirates.
Carex, make sure you're on the American servers or whatever.
And the funny thing is, my tech school was at Pensacola, which is a Coast Guard, Navy, Marine, and Air Force base or port or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
It's an everything spot.
It's everything except Army,
yeah.
Which we gladly was happy. But RPT would kind of interfere with the Navy's and the Marines PT, and we would usually run a lap around the courtyard to warm up. We would do our push-ups, sit-ups, and all that. Run another 4 laps around the courtyard, and then our sergeant would let us go, and we'd either go to the gym and lift weights, play basketball, or play ultimate football or ultimate frisbee. And us playing the ultimate football or ultimate frisbee would directly interfere with the Marine shit.
You'd be in their way.
Oh my god, they would get so pissed, and then their sergeant walked up to our sergeant and was like, "Hey, we should have a big fucking Air Force, Marine, Navy fucking ultimate football battle," and it was like, "Fuck yeah, we destroyed them." Like, we didn't even keep count. It was fucking hilarious. And the thing is too, most of the Marines, like, they were like stocky built, like they lift weights and shit like that.
I say those are gonna be big boys.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, they were huffing and puffing every 5 minutes. Like, they didn't run.
They got the strength but not the endurance.
Yeah.
Storm says, my father was in the Marines and the flak jackets during Iraq. It messed up his you mean like flak jackets? Messed up his lower back so bad he has metal in his lower back that caused future problems with his upper back. So he's got all the like stuff in his spine and everything like that. I got you. I appreciate the bits, man. You don't have to do that. But that's crazy that he had all that stuff going on. With that, I know. I mean, the gear that they carry around is nuts. I know they always used to talk about like their loadout gear and everything, especially for the guys that were deployed overseas. Seeing all of the stuff that they have loaded out for that. And I remember because y'all know how I did that job, spraying for the mosquitoes or whatever. The backpack blower thing with the big tank on top that had the chemical and all in it. That whole thing was 60 pounds. And I remember having, like long sleeves and long pants because, like, you can't get the chemical on your skin and all that. So we were all covered up, and it was like, the middle of July. And I'd be walking around in somebody's yard, doing my job or whatever. And I was just like, this fucking sucks, man. This is terrible. And then every once in a while, I'd think about it, that there are motherfuckers in the desert somewhere carrying around gear like that, long sleeves, long this, plate carriers and all that kind of shit. And I was like, this isn't so bad, actually. Never mind. I can't imagine for doing it for years enough to the point where it actually messed his back up. That's so crazy. I mean, like I said earlier, just the highest level of respect for me for anybody that puts themselves in a position to serve others in any capacity. Because we joke about, we've been making jokes about like chair force and stuff like that. But like I said, like with Charlie's brother, like he has an office desk job all day long. But I mean, there has to be somebody to do that job to keep so many of our other soldiers and everything safe, and in turn, at the end of the day, it keeps all of us safe. So I mean, that's it's a huge responsibility, and it's the most respect in the whole world to it. But yeah, and every once in a while, something in my life will happen, and it'll kind of make me think about that. I was carrying that backpack blower around, and like, man, this fucking sucks. It's hot. This is bullshit. And then I would think about that, and I'd be like, never mind. It's not so bad.
Yeah. And the thing is, when I first joined too, I was telling my parents that I wanted to. My parents were 100% against me joining. But in my area, there's literally nothing. It's a ghost town, old coal mining town. Fucking
yeah.
And my uncle was in the army, and he was in Desert Storm and all of that.
Okay.
And I told him I wanted to join the military, and the first thing he fucking said, he was like, "Don't join the army. Join the Air Force. Like, don't join any other branch other than the Air Force." I was like, wasn't thinking about it, but I would join the Air Force.
Yeah,
like, I wasn't thinking about any other branch. Like, the Air Force is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I told him that, and he was like, "You goddamn right that is." I was like, yes.
Did he? Did he have a rough time, or?
Yeah, he.
Not that anybody
had
a great time during Desert Storm, but I mean, did he have an exceptionally rough time? You know what I meant.
Yeah, he had a rough time. He has seen some shit, and I can't remember all the stories that he's told me and all that. But I can't remember what his MOS was, but he was like in the shit all the time.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, it sucks to have to be in any situation like that at all, like ever. But like the guys that are just in it all the time, like it's just, man, because it gets, I mean, obviously outside of all the psychological issues and everything that are going to come from seeing those types of things, I can't even imagine. I'll never be able to understand. But like, just to see it once would suck. But these motherfuckers at that, like for like 3 years straight, it's just that every day, all day. Like, oh my God, dude. Like, fuck. It's like people that work in the, I mean, they're very different things, but like doctors that work in general surgery in the ER in hospitals. Like, you're just seeing the worst stuff always, every day. Like, there's never a good day. I mean, obviously you're doing good work. They're saving people's lives, and it's the same thing with the military. Like, hopefully you're there for a good reason, But like, there's never a good day with that. Like, I can't even, man. I feel so bad for him. It's so rough.
Yeah. I will say he was going through I can't remember the full story again, but he was telling me that he just rolled through a town that had been like leveled by us, and his convoy stopped, and they were there to like pick up the guns that the enemies had, quote unquote. And they had a building that was still standing, and there was a guy that was shot up but still alive. So they piled all of the guns, all of the like explosives and shit they found in the town and the buildings on top of him and leveled the building.
Oh.
Like blew it up and leveled the building. And he said
just had
that
to like watch it.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
He had to watch it and help.
Because I know there are some guys that just like when they get over there and they're in those situations, they like enjoy it, you know? Like, and so then you've got the other guys around that are like, hey man, do we really need to do all this? Like, you know, that's fucking rough, dude. Well, it was crazy too. I was so we were hanging out after the race, after the last South Boston race that I was at, and one of the commentators was he was in the Air Force, and something had come up. We had got on the topic. There had been a couple weeks back. There had been somebody that was in the military. We don't know what branch, but he ended up having an issue at the bar at the racetrack. He was kind of having a little bit of a breakdown type situation, and they didn't know what to do. They were just trying to talk to him, calm him down. Hey, is there anybody we can call? Where are your friends? Because they were watching the race, and he had gone down to the bar because he knew he needed to just kind of sit in a quiet spot. And like, so we were kind of talking about that. It's like, man, what do you do in that situation? And kind of like I said earlier, when somebody starts talking about military stuff, I shut the fuck up. So Doc had started talking about the stuff that he had done with the Air Force, because we were like, oh, because we kind of looked to him as to like, what should we do if that situation ever comes up again? I wasn't there for it, but the people at the bar, they were like, what kind of should we do? So they were kind of looking to him for some input. And he was kind of telling a story. We got around to it, but he was telling a story because he was, kind of like you say about the Air Force, it's not like they see a lot of direct combat all the time. It's not really part of that job necessarily. It can be, but not always. And he was like, there's a few times where we would have to go in, because he was part of the group that they would fly in and they were extracting people. So anybody that was maybe injured or needed to be pulled out or whatever the situation was, they were getting people out. They weren't in the shit necessarily, but they weren't out of it, if that makes sense. Like the areas that they were landing in were secured, but sometimes even though you think it's secured, it's not. And he said there were a handful of times that they pulled in, and they don't think about it because it's just part of your job. So they're just showing up. It's like a Monday for work. They show up, they're loading in everything they need to load out. He says, next thing you know, he said it sounded like rocks were hitting the ground. And he was looking around trying to see like, is it like some little kids from the town or whatever? They're like throwing shit or, whatever. And then they realized it was bullets hitting the ground, and they were just people up in the hill or whatever. People were just shooting at them. And like, there was no cover. It's an airfield. Like they're just in the open. Yeah. Where the fuck do you go? And
a landing zone
So now, of course, they're, getting orders is we have to clear out now. This place is, the people are shooting. They're under attack and they're not equipped for. There's a couple of, I guess, Army or whoever was in the area. There's a couple of them there, but not a lot. So like, they had to get the fuck out. Well, his buddy had been hit. And they're like, well, we got to get him on the plane. They're like, plane's loaded up. We got to go. And he's like, we're just going to leave him here? Well, we're going to come back. Like, but he was like, signed up for a job, with the Air Force and doing whatever. And it's, you kind of don't think you're going to be ever in that situation. And yet there he was. And it was like, in the moment, what if you just, you follow an order, you do your job, you do what you're supposed to do. And he was like, he remembers sitting in the plane and his buddy's laying there, and he wasn't bad hurt. I mean, he had been shot, obviously, but he wasn't, he wasn't a dire injury. He got tagged in the leg or something. He's just sitting there mad as shit that he got shot by somebody. But he remembered just looking at his buddy off the, out the back of the plane, like, well, fuck. He did say he ended up being okay. He saw him he was fine. Like a couple weeks later, he was back working his regular job. But yeah, he said he remembers looking out the back of the plane going, well, damn, I don't know if I'll ever see him again. And he was just like, at that time, he never thought about it. He's like, that's the one thing that stuck with me all these years later. He's like, everything else I did was really boring. But he was like, I remember that. Well, he was like, that one thing, man, it'll never, like, that moment of like, damn, I wonder if I'll ever see that dude again. And the three of us that were sitting there at the bar with him, talking to him, were just like, he was like, well, I didn't mean to put a damper on the evening, goddamn. And I was like, that's some heavy shit, man. I never thought about that. Shit is wild, dude. But it's the different levels of all of it is crazy. How, like you said, some people are just in it all the time, and then other people just never see it. So it's.
Yep.
But you kind of never know what you're going to get either. Because, like, he had signed up for the Air Force, and he never thought he'd be in that. There he was. So that's why I got the biggest respect. Because, like I said, when we started talking about this stuff, too, is I know for a damn fact I couldn't do it. Like, the physical aspect of it, I know I could do, and I know this might piss a lot of people off, but I know if I could do the wrestling stuff. Obviously, that's nothing compared to, you know, being in any type of combat. But I mean the physical aspect of being prepared and following orders, doing the PT, doing the training. Obviously, the firearm stuff I can handle. Like, I know I could physically do that stuff. I guarantee you I could not handle any of the mental aspect of it. I just couldn't. I would fall apart. I know it. For certain. So I've just got the fucking highest respect for anybody that would make, and that's not even just the military. Like I said, anybody that does any, like, that's like an EMT or anything like that, firefighters, man, I just couldn't do it. Big respect. Who was and Storm too, like he was talking about his dad too. I mean, it's so awesome, man. He was in okay. And that's where, I was going to say, that's where Hero is now. That's what I thought. Storm says we got to stretch it out. We can do that. We can get the big old stretch. Cat over here talking about people being small. Look here. Now it's, wait. Now you say I smell. All right, so now I smell and I'm small? Well, all right, well, if I'm small, then I can't smell but so much. There's not a lot of surface area to generate. I wanted to talk. That's crazy. I've been seeing so many videos on YouTube. There's Bama in the hot rod machine. I've been seeing so many videos come up on my YouTube lately about people playing airsoft. And I see that has turned into some shit.
Yep.
Like, because I used to do airsoft with my buddies, and you know, we'd just fuck around in the backyard and stuff like that. But I mean, we got not super intense with it, but like we built out, like, we modded our guns up and everything like that, and you know, did the whole thing. I even got my dad in on it, not playing with us, but the modding the guns up. I had a couple of really shitty. They were clear. You know, there's clear plastic airsoft guns, just like really shitty ones. I had they were modeled to look like MP5s, but they were smaller. They were probably only this big, but they were battery. They were full auto, and me and my dad took the you know, you could get a thing of the airsoft BBs like in a bottle, but it's got the little nozzle for the tip. We took the nozzle off, and we cut out the top part of the MP5 where like you would pour the BBs in because it could hold like 50. We cut that piece out and glued the fucking nozzle to it. So I had a 2,000 round magazine on each of the MP5s, and I had 2 of them motherfuckers. So I had 4,000 BBs dual wielding and could just run around like this. Like, we did dumb shit like that. But I've seen where now apparently they're hooked up like paintball guns with like the compressed air,
CO2,
and all of that shit.
Yep, that's my family. We'd at our family reunions, we'd have like either paint, like every year we'd swap off. It'd either be a paintball war or airsoft, and we had like the decent, like big shit airsoft gun.
Hell yeah.
I can't remember the exact model or what it was supposed to be modeled after, but I had a sniper rifle that was CO2, and that thing hit like a fucking freight train. Like, up close, I swear to God, if it hit you like bare skin, it would bury you in your skin.
Oh, yeah.
It was that powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was no joke. It was fun as fuck, though.
Oh, hell yeah. Like I said, we just did kind of like what Theory said. We would just be out in the woods just fucking around. Like, we, you know, and there would always be that argument of that hit you. No, it didn't. And all, you know, whatever. Because, like, with the modern airsoft stuff, it sounds like you know when you're going to hear it when you hit somebody. Like,
yes.
But back with what we had, I mean, these things would come out the end of the gun and do like this. You know, it was like they'd maybe get 100 feet per second. Like, they would so slow. So, I mean, you were watching them go through the air. Somebody could shoot at you from, like, across the yard, like 20, 30 feet away, and you could literally just jump out the way. Like, this stuff we had sucked. We tried to get into paintball. It was just too expensive for us at the time. But we fucked up because had we invested in higher-end paintball guns, the end of the day would have been cheaper on us because we wouldn't have broke so much shit. We had cheap stuff. So
Yeah.
it was always breaking. We were having to replace parts and all this. Paintball, I enjoyed paintball. And there was no fucking, because we were, I mean, you see what I look like. I mean, me and my buddies were kind of pussies in general, back in school. Very much so because I didn't like toughen up at all as like a human until I was doing the wrestling stuff. And that like completely, you can just walk up and punch me in the nose and it won't even bother anymore. But my pain tolerance when I was 14 was hilarious. So if I got hit by, I mean, I wouldn't like start crying or nothing like that, but if I got hit by a paintball when I was 14, I sat down. I was like, well, that's enough for me. I'm going to park it right here, have a bruise like this on my shit, you know? So there was definitely never that argument of like, oh, it didn't hit me. No, if one of us got hit with the paintball, it was like, God damn it. Oh, shit. Oh. We weren't trying to be sneaky and wipe the paint off or anything. No, we were like, nope, fuck that, I'm out. I'm gonna go sit down. Give me a drink. God damn. But yeah, airsoft, we always got into arguments. But I'd like to what's Storm saying? Because he knows all about it. At RC, I'm telling you, there were a couple. I got hit by a paintball one time. I thought I was about to beat my buddy's ass. I thought he had frozen, and I guess it just hit me just right. It just hurt real bad because a lot of the ball didn't break because some of them just don't. You know, I just got hit by a really solid one that didn't break. It only left like a little speck of paint, but it felt like I got shot like for real. I was like, holy fuck, that hurt. And I thought he was being a dick and had frozen some of them. But it just ended because he showed. I mean, we ended up finding it on the ground. It was sitting right there, and it just didn't break open that much. But I bet it's fun as hell. I know they have like dedicated places too for like airsoft, where it's like the close quarters, where it's. I mean, they're basically like training facilities for the military, but just made for people to play airsoft in.
We've all seen the video of the guy who's like, he like has the AR airsoft. And he runs through the building and like really fast trigger finger, and the guy's like, no.
Oh, they were bitching at him? Yeah.
No full auto in buildings. He's like, that's not full auto. He's like, that's not full auto. And then he holds the trigger down. Like,
yeah, he's like, this is full auto.
This is full auto. We had those. My family, we had those for the family.
Hell yeah.
Like, those were fun as fuck. We would empty like one of the mags in like seconds. It was hilarious.
Hell yeah. Oh, when I was doing paintball, Storm, that was the one thing that I did spend some money on. I had a good mask. I wanted to get hit in the face because if I got hit in the face, it didn't hurt. The mask I had was on point. The gun I had sucked. It was so bad. It was a Spider. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a full mechanical, which means it was slow as shit. And it was an open bolt. So that means if I got you're holding it, if you get your face too close for it, the fucking bolt comes back and hits you in the face. And you're like, ow, fuck. I mean, it hits your mask, but still, like, so I had that, but I had ended up because something was wrong with my trigger anyway, so I was looking into replacing it instead of buying a whole new gun. And I ended up seeing that they had a compatible like an electronic trigger to go on it that was set up. It was actually built out of like a computer mouse. Like it was, instead of being a single trigger, because you know how paintball triggers are the 2-finger, it rocked back and forth, and it had 2 mouse buttons under it. So it was like clicking a mouse, and of course it had like burst fire and full auto and all that kind of shit, which I turned all that off. But like I put that trigger on the gun. Well, it's a fully mechanical gun. Like, it doesn't have the little sensors and shit in it. So, I mean, it would just hack fucking paintballs in half. So it was like I just had a spray paint gun in my hand. It was so useless. And it was loud as fuck, too, because it didn't have any type of dampening to it. So it was just whatever, CO2 came out the barrel was the sound that it made. So it was just loud as fuck all the time. It was just, it was a piece of shit, man. It was so bad. But the whole deal, trigger and all, like, it probably only costs like $300 or $400.
Mm-hmm.
And there were people out there, like, my buddy's dad played, like, on a team, and his gun was, like, $1,400.
Yeah. Again, I can't remember the make of it or whatever. My cousin has a rifle, sniper rifle, airsoft, that he kept it in his car for some fucking reason. And we all had a range day, and we brung our 22s, like our 308s and stuff like that. We were like kind of shooting long range.
Nice.
So I had my 22 that I sighted in the day before at like 100. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try to hit this can at like 100, 150 with the 22 or whatever, right? And he was like, my cousin was like, I can do that with my airsoft gun. I was like,
you were like, bullshit.
Bullshit. I was like, wait a minute. No.
You better go fucking play the lottery if you're going to hit that with an airsoft gun. And let me guess, this motherfucker.
This motherfucker went and got it out of his car. Within 5 shots, hit the can twice. I was like, this son of a bitch. I was like, what the fuck? And his is the CO2, so it's fucking powerful as fuck.
That's
for an airsoft gun.
As hell,
and he hit it like 100, 150 yards, and I was like, no.
Airsoft,
no,
and he
please.
hit something at 150 yards. That's unreal. A can,
I was
too.
like, wait. Yeah, fucking like a Coke can. I was like, wait.
That is wild.
And the thing is, the airsoft gun was so quiet, he'd pull the trigger, and like a second later, you'd hear the pellet hit the can. Hit the can. It was hilarious. I was like, that missed. And he was like, no, wait. Ping. I was like, fuck.
That's wild as hell, dude. If I was gonna, I wonder if they, not that I would have any idea about any of these type of things, but I wonder if they have an RDB model of an airsoft gun, because it would be pretty dope to have one of those. For no particular reason at all. But that would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind. I would like to go out to like an airsoft field. Do they have days where you just kind of go out and almost like, because we used to play like pickup hockey, where you would just go up there and a bunch of people would be there and you just kind of go to a locker room random.
Oh,
and
I'm sure.
Those were the guys you played with?
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Because I'd be down. That'd be fun as fuck. How do you do teams? Do you wear like a hat? Do you have like a, red team and a blue team or whatever? Like, how does that usually go? Or is it free for all? You just shoot everything that moves?
Shoot everything that fucking moves. Well, our family reunion battles and shit, we were shirts and skins. Like, we didn't wear any fucking armor or anything like that. So it was hell, but it was fun. So if you've seen somebody without a shirt on, that's an enemy. If you've seen somebody on your team with a shirt on,
football style.
Yeah, shirts and fucking skins airsoft. It was fun as fuck.
Sounds like one of the games from Jackass, honestly.
Yeah.
I would almost wish there was like when I played hockey, we had like the little it's not like a whole jersey, but it was like it was almost made out of like netting or whatever, but you could put it on over top of your jersey. What do you call them little things? It's like a little vest.
Yeah.
What the hell are those called?
I know what you're talking about, but we just called them practice jerseys in our fucking football team or whatever.
But yeah, like to have something like that, I feel like would be pretty cool. Because if somebody's just got like a little band or something like that. Kat just turned herself pink. I just saw your name went from red to pink. And don't you chicken butt me. I over here saying, guess what? I already know what happens when Kat says, guess what? Storm said if you get shot, shoot at them. Well, if you get shot, aren't you out?
Yeah.
Well, how are you supposed to shoot back at somebody? What am I supposed to guess, Kat? I don't want to see a chicken butt. You've delivered enough chicken butts to enough streams.
Enough streams, yeah.
But I think that would be pretty fun.
On our family reunions or whatever, we'd have the battles, and it was always like the younger kids. And we would have like our uncles and shit reffing it or whatever, like the parents. And me and my cousin were on the same team. Well, they're all my cousins, fucking hell. Like a family reunion cousin on something. Yeah, I'm stupid. But me and my favorite cousin were on the same team, and one of the cousins that we really didn't like, but we still like tolerated.
Oh, there's always
on the
one.
Other.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always one or a few. We hit him like 5 or 6 times each, like, and he wouldn't call out.
Oh,
so
God.
we just kept peppering him. And next thing you know, at the end of the match, he fucking walks up to us and he was like, "You sons of bitches."
Should have called out, bro.
Yeah, you should have called out. And he has like, you know, like the little blood blisters.
Yeah.
He had those all over his arms, his chest. He had like 30 or 40 of them, dude. It was so bad but hilarious because he wouldn't call out and we just kept peppering him. It was the funniest thing ever. And we were like, well, next time you gotta call out.
For everybody that already knows, don't answer yet, but I want to see if Kat knows. Kat, which professional wrestler's entrance music was this? And it wasn't a one-time deal. It was for like 6-7 years. And you're right, this song rips. Bowman, what's going on? Well, I one piece of advice I can give is to not show up to other random streamers and tell them to shout you out because you're a streamer. That would be step 1 to growing a community. You could just say what's up, you know, and hang out. But no, it's I mean, it's all about just hanging out, doing your thing. People will want to be, you know, people will want to be around you that want to be around you. We are so lucky to get to do what we do here. Another thing would be listening. So on that point, there you go. Well, anyway, to continue what I was saying, we are very lucky to have all of our all the friends that we have that we've met along the way, and that we get to do these events like SLIDESTYLE, what we're all here running this line for, that I'm sure everybody's tired of by now. But we're very lucky to get to do what we do. But what time is it? We can do. Are you gonna? There you go. Look, Kat knows how to Google things. Yay! Chicken butt. All right. If you didn't Google it, Kat, you did very good. You are correct. Yes, that was CM Punk's entrance music, and it was badass, and I wish he didn't stop using it. The change that he made at the time was perfect for his character, but I wish when he went to AEW, he would have gone back to that song. Because Killswitch said he could have it. They didn't have to pay. He never had to pay license. Like, WWE never had to pay licensing for it. They said he could have it. And then his song now, that Cult of Personality by In Living Color, that song is actually public domain now. So they can use that one for free too. But I wish he would go back to for his WWE time, like at the end, where he was doing the whole like I'm the voice of the voiceless gimmick. Like that song was perfect. But in AEW, I think he needs to go back to the Killswitch song, or at least for a pay-per-view every once in a while. Just like have that shit drop and him come out. Oh. Oh, hell yeah, Storm. Throw it in general in the Discord. I want to see it. He used for 5 years. Okay, I thought it was like 6 or 7. 5 years, good. That was when he was in Nexus and everything like that. And then doing the whole like straight edge thing. Which is actually him. It wasn't just a gimmick, but it was his gimmick too. But yeah, if we've got enough people for CS, I'm kind of down. But I'm not about to spend a whole bunch of money on it because obviously I don't have the money on it right now, but I would not mind every so often going out and doing some airsoft. I feel like that would be fun as hell. Look here, Cat. I'm telling you, come square up, son. Come square up. Put it right here. Get in here. Look how quick. Look at pop, pop. Quick, son. Damn it, Skull. I don't want to do any push-ups, man. A plank? Onion's like, did somebody say Counter-Strike? I love you so much, bro. Cat, I don't even want to hear it. What are you, 5'6"? You They always say the camera takes away 150 pounds. That's what they always say. That's why I look so small, is the camera, you know? I don't want to do any damn push-ups. Why y'all got to make me do push-ups?
Fuck them, I'll do it with you.
All right. Here, let me get my damn camera hooked up.
Now
you already did your shit today.
I know I did my shit today, but I can always do more. It ain't like my arms aren't fucking dead 24/7.
Fair enough. All right, well, what are we doing then? What's the plan?
What's the play? Nose to the fucking floor, elbows 90 degrees.
90
military fucking push
90 degrees out this way or what? Like the tricep push-ups?
No, like you could do your tricep push-ups. That's kind of what I do on my
because I have like I do my
test.
Elbows at my side or whatever, so that way it's like all biceps or whatever, just straight.
Yeah, you do. Okay, the way I do my PT test, you got to do so many in 60 seconds, right? So
yeah,
I do the wide grip to start out, and then I like work my way in. But they all have to be like 90 degrees. Like your elbow and arm makes a 90 degree. I don't know how to fucking explain it.
I get what you're saying. I got you.
Like if you have the wide grip,
yeah.
If you have the wide grip where your hands are outside of your shoulders, your elbows will be over your hands, and your elbow to elbow is 90 degrees.
I get what you're saying now. I got you. All right. Well, here we go.
Nose to the fucking ground, 90 degrees. We doing it.
All right. How many are we doing?
However many you want to fucking do.
Look, my skinny ass. All right, how about this? Because y'all are talking about I'm small. How about we'll do 20, which is a lot for me, so fuck y'all. I used to have to do 100 for wrestling, and it was horrible. I thought I was going to die. All right. Well, I have to take my headset off, so I won't be able to hear you, DK, but we're going to go 20 push-ups. Like he said, 90 degrees all the way down. Let's do it.
All right, I'll go off of you.
There it goes. It wasn't working for a second, but I got it to work. All right. All right, here we go. Boom. And I fixed it, so now nobody can get in Discord and talk shit. All right. Look at this. So 90 degrees, right? So, well, I can't, the way that this room is, because I've got a dog bed right here and there's guitars right here. So I kind of have to have my arms here. So he's talking 90 degrees like with your arms are here. So elbows 90 degrees. Here we go. 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, oh shit, 17, 18, 19, goddamn, 20. I'm so old. Did y'all hear my elbows crack and shit? Oh boy. Nope, Storm, you can keep them. You can keep that.
Boy, I'm so out of shape, bro.
How are those?
That was not bad. I hate that, like, because I feel like I can do so much more, but then, like, my arms just start giving up. It's like, don't do that to me, arms. Well, you want to talk about, if there's anybody that's in a chair all day, it ain't the chair force, it's me. I sit right here all day, every damn day, and do nothing. It sucks. Whew. Y'all should have seen me when I was wrestling, man. I was fucking... There's the song right here. All right, this is the song we're gonna go out on. We're gonna listen to the song, and then we'll go play Counter-Strike for a little while.
What kind of push-ups did you do in your wrestling? Did you do the 90 degrees, or like you just done fucking push-ups?
It's basically just push-ups. Their idea of training, like the physical aspect of things, was to just absolutely, completely kill your body, but also like get your blood flow up a lot. So that way, see, to me it was always counterproductive because we never did warm-ups. We just like, everybody got there, got dressed, had their gear on or whatever for training, and then it was just like 100 push-ups, 200 squats, lunges, this and that, all of this different shit, right? We would do all of this stuff. And then, like, we would get in the ring and start doing these warm-ups that were, like, designed to kill you. And, like, so we do all this. So now it's time to start learning whatever we're going to learn for the day, you know, like for actual, like, wrestling stuff. And we're all fucking exhausted. Like, our bodies are just like, ugh. Well, how the fuck are you supposed to, like, hold somebody up for a vertical suplex if your legs are like wet noodles? So I never really did. I think part of it was them trying to, like, weed out the people that couldn't hack, you know? I think that was part of it. But it never made any damn sense to me because if anything, you were putting us in danger, like, of fucking each other up. But yeah, it was never really about us getting fit and strong or whatever in the right ways. It was basically about just trying to kill us. I mean, and that's the one thing. Now, I love Dave to death, the guy that ran the wrestling school I went to. But the whole thing was fake. He wasn't anybody. He was never. He never worked for WWE or WCW or anything like that. Like, so anything he had ever done in wrestling is everything I've done in wrestling. Like, imagine me starting up a wrestling school like today. What are my credentials? Well, I have none. I just know how to do some of this shit, and I have a wrestling ring, which I don't now. But imagine if I did. It would be like, well, I know how to do some of this shit, and I have a wrestling ring. So come train with me. It just doesn't. That's basically who he was. So yeah, it was never. It wasn't a very professionally run deal. So yeah, it was basically just a try to kill us thing. Well, and like you were saying, too, about it being, you know, nose to the floor, elbows 90 degrees or whatever, like, it was kind of the same idea of nose to the floor or whatever. Like if we were doing squats, they were like, oh, if you're, acid about on the floor, it's not a real squat, like that type of shit, which in the grand scheme of things is actually not correct.
Is not correct at all
No.
because you're not using any muscle.
And that's what fucked my knees up. Well, I think that is what prepared my knees to get fucked up when we blew that one spot that one time that ended up hurting them. But I think I would have been okay had I not been doing like 400 squats every other night like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
with the, like, for football, we would squat but weight, and if we didn't go down 90 degrees or a little more than 90 degrees, our coach wouldn't count the squat. Like, we would do like a PR, and we wouldn't like make 90 degrees, and the coach wouldn't count it.
Damn.
And like we'd get so mad and then try to do it again, and we like just killed ourselves.
Yeah.
It was so bad. But with me in football, like, let me get back to what I was saying. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I looked at a DM and got distracted. Me in football, from freshman to senior year, I was 140 pounds and had no muscle. I was squatting what the lineman was squatting. Like, I was squatting 250 plus. My max squat, my senior year, my max squat that I did was 350 pounds.
Whew.
And I was like 140, 150 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like, I worked my legs. Like, my arms is weak as fuck. They still are.
Yeah.
But my legs, I worked the fuck out of.
Hell yeah.
And I was a wide receiver, cornerback, everything. Like, I was always running.
You were running. Yeah, you were on the move.
And see, my deadlift was another thing that I was up there with the lineman with. I think my max deadlift, I want to say, was 400. I cannot remember. If I ever go back to my hometown and my field house or the weight room that we lifted in, there's like a wall record or whatever that my coach started my freshman year, and I'm up there with the lineman. Like, I'm second with the lineman.
Yeah. I've never done
I have
it.
to take a picture and send it to y'all.
Hell yeah. I've never done it. I've never squatted like weights before. So if anybody asks, they're like, oh, well, what can you bench? No clue.
Skull, that's the thing. I'm not ripped. I'm not. My arms are fucking spaghetti noodles. My legs are not that ripped anymore because I don't lift weights that much. I need to get back into the gym and lift weights, but now I just run and do push-ups. I run and do push-ups basically. So it's just, I need to get back into.
Yeah. I mean, I came into doing the wrestling stuff off of playing hockey for like, 10, 11 years or whatever. So I had that, from all the skating, but same thing. Like, my legs were like rock solid, but everything else was just, like you said, a wet noodle. I was just useless pretty much everywhere else. So, like, getting into the wrestling stuff and, like, starting to work with that, and it was just, like, I'm just lucky because of, like, the way that my back is. Because, like, you can't see it because of the way that I have the camera angles and stuff for the stream set up. But the way my neck is, like I have a fucked up shaped back. It's like I don't have scoliosis or whatever because they went on some weird thing when I was in middle school of like checking everybody for scoliosis. I don't know why, because I've never heard of that happening before I was there, and like it never happened to anybody after we were there. It was just like the 2-year span that I was in middle school. They were just like hardcore about scoliosis. But my neck, like if y'all look, I don't know if it'll show up in the stream, but like I'm not just slouching. Like if I'm straight, like see how forward my neck sits on my shoulders? Like if I was to even try to like lift weights with like proper form or anything like that, I feel like I would be fucking up. But it was a major benefit to me wrestling wise because most people that came in to do training, one of the first things they did, like they had them go through the workouts and stuff like that, but then they took them off to the side and taught them how to bump, like in a wrestling ring, taught them how to do it and showed them. But they would do it on the floor. like they wouldn't do it in the ring at first because that's a big thing in wrestling is you don't get to step into the ring until you've like proven that you deserve to be there, kind of thing. It's stupid as fuck. It's you know, but it's just kind of one of those tradition things. So I mean, they had like a gym mat on the floor, but it was on the floor. So they go to do that with me, and of course they didn't know I've been doing this shit on my living room carpet for like 4 months already. Because I knew, like, I was going to do wrestling. I wanted to learn. I'd been watching stuff on YouTube or whatever. I was already doing it. But everybody else that I saw that came in that was like, I'm about to pause this on you. Anybody that came in that was my size, that wanted to, I want to train, I want to be a wrestler and all that, like, and they did it to me too. I didn't notice it because I was stupid, but like the people that were already there, like, they were laughing at me when I first showed up. And I was like, I want to train for wrestling. And like, because of course it costs money. It's not free. So they were like, we're going to take this fucking guy's money and then he's going to leave. You know, it was kind of like that. I didn't recognize it at the time, but everybody that came after me, I saw it. Like anybody that was not a big dude or not like a football player or ex-military or whatever, like, you know, they would just laugh at people like me. Like, because they were like, we're going to get this fucking guy's money. Well, so I'm bumping and doing the thing and everything like that, and it was fine. Well, they would bring in, you know, other people would come in and they would do the same thing. And it got to the point where I had been there long enough, I was the one training these new people that came in. And so we would show them, and these motherfuckers were hitting their heads constantly. I'm like, you got to keep your chin up, keep your chin up, keep your chin up. And they're like, I'm trying. And I'm like, what the fuck I've never hit my head on a bump before. What? And that's when it started to fucking dawn on me. I don't remember. Somebody said something about it because they were fucking with me. They were like, yeah, but your back's all fucked up. And I was like, what do you, I was like offended. I was like, what? What? What do you mean my back is fucked up? They told me I didn't have scoliosis when I was in middle school. But yeah, because my back is shaped like where my neck and like my shoulders is, it's shaped like this. It's not great for anything in life. Like, you know, I'm probably going, when I'm older, when I'm like 50, 60, 70, you know, whatever, I'm probably going to have some pretty serious back issues. But for wrestling, it's perfect. It's so, because that's where you land. That's where you want to be, is right in the middle of that spot. And it's the part of my back that's bent like that. I can't hit my head taking a back bump in a wrestling ring if I wanted to. Like I could leave my head flat and it won't hit. So that shit ended up working out really well for me because all the people that they weeded out that were, you know, they would have them taken, because that's the thing when you're new, they just bump you over and over and over and until, because you're going to get a concussion. Your body's not used to it. And so many people would give up. But I never gave up. And like, you know, because like I said, I'd been doing it in my living room for months. But like, that's when I figured out it was because of my fucked up ass back is why wrestling came so easy to me. And it was like really, really hard for everybody else. But that was, yeah, we never lifted weights or anything like that. It was really, really, now that I think about it, it was all just a really big scam. Like they were just trying to get money out of people.
Yes, RC, it is story time with Alex and DK.
Yeah, fuck you guys. We don't get to hang. I haven't been on stream all week. I haven't got to talk to any of my friends. Y'all can play Counter-Strike without us. You know, we can come join. I can come join you. I'm not worried about a 3-on-3. I'll play all of y'all 1-on-1. We need to find a server that's like 1-on-1s, but it's automatic. So like we're all in the map, but it like automatically respawns us, and then we 1-on-1, and then it replaces one. You know, like somebody says, you know, you always say, "I'll play winner." Like somebody takes that spot. There's Akuza. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Akuza. These people in here. All right, let's do it. I don't feel like starting up a new stream and all that kind of shit. I mean, it won't take but a minute. I don't know. Because I'd rather have I always try to have the separate VODs for YouTube if anybody wanted to go back and look at anything or whatever. All right. Well, for anybody that's here hanging out, I know you can... Storm is telling me how OBS works. I love you, buddy, but I know. But I export all of my streams. If you didn't already know, if you look up Alex on your screen on YouTube, every stream since the January 1st, 2022, every single stream we've ever done is on. There you go. Wayne's got the link for you. Every single stream we've ever done, ever, is on YouTube. So in order for me to keep them separated on YouTube and everything like that, that's why we just I stopped the stream, switch over the title, and start a new stream. But it keeps everything nice and separate, and I can have the different thumbnails and stuff depending on what game we're playing and stuff like that. So it's an organization thing. Also, it makes them not be 8 hours long at a time. They're broken into 3 and 4 hour chunks. Scorch is here. Scorch, what's up, man? Where you been? It's been a while. We're just getting ready to switch over to play Counter-Strike. So, well, here, I'm going to go on and do that. I can go on and prep for it now. I can go on and get Counter-Strike up. Oh, got you. Well, I haven't streamed all week either, Scorch. I'm just giving you shit about not being here because I haven't been here either. But no, I haven't streamed all week. Next week, back to it next week. Oh, update. Ah, they fixed all this shit that Three Clips Phillip was bitching about. Storm, you're the man, dude. Damn it, bro! You must have heard us talking about it. He's like his ear, Onion's ears perked up, Dab's ears perked. Everybody was like Counter-Strike, so I say CS. Hey, Scorch, hell yeah, with the job. Yeah, dude. Storm, thank you so much, man, for the bits. I appreciate it. I'm definitely interested to see what they did with the CS2 overpass. If it's basically they just watched Phillip's video and were like, yeah, we'll fix all that. Hey man, if you want to come play with us, we do the workshop maps and shit, and we do 3-on-3s. We have a little bit modified economy. It's a regular comp game. It's kind of like Wingman, but it's with threes, and we've modified the economy a little bit, and it's fun as shit, man. We have a good time with it. Storm said we got to hydrate it up. I got you. I got your hydration right here. I got you. RC, what the hell are you talking? Like my car? He maintained his momentum. He is good there. No, it's the only one I've got. Wow, Wayne. No matter what, Wayne has to be on the other team for me in Counter-Strike. Your boy. Oh, you're about to get this business. Here goes Wayne. Y'all are talking some. Y'all leave my damn. That car is my baby. You leave my car alone. All right. I'm gonna restart the stream. So don't go nowhere. Anybody that's hanging out, if you want to watch us shoot each other, don't go nowhere. Stay right here. The stream will go away, but then it's gonna come right back 10 seconds later. And I'll put it back on the setup screen and run to the bathroom real quick, and then then it's Counter-Strike action. But as you could see when we were when I need to take the little slide style thing off. All right, well we did slide style. Next Friday we're gonna have a whole bunch of practice streams this coming up week because we're already one short because we had to push the last date back one. So definitely practice streams incoming. It's going to be Counter-Strike and CarX week. All week. That's what we're doing. And maybe we'll throw some battle bit in there too because it's fun. But yeah, that's what the game plan is for next week. So definitely be sure to come check that out. Come hang out with us. If you haven't signed up yet, make sure you get your sign-ups in because it is next Friday. The next SLIDESTYLE event, round 7, is next. Damn, 7 already. 7 out of 10. We are almost there, boys. Round 7. is next Friday. So make sure you got your sign up in, your schedule's ready and cleared. We're ready to rock and roll this coming Friday for SLIDESTYLE. So definitely make sure you're signed up for that. It's going to be a fun time. And then, Wayne, you're about to find yourself not you're about to, you know what? We're going to play a game of CS without Wayne. That's what we're about to do. So, boy, you're about to get shot. All right. But that's the game plan. So definitely make sure you signed up. We'll see all of y'all next Friday for some SLIDESTYLE action. Practice all week. We'll be chilling. And yeah, it's time to play Counter-Strike. If you want to come play Counter-Strike, !Steam in the chat. Add me, jump in, come play with us. We're going to have some fun. And I'll see y'all in a little while. DK, appreciate you, buddy. Come play Counter-Strike, man. Why did you uninstall it? I know. It's not for everybody.
It is not my style shooter.
Yeah, it's a lot all at once. A lot of information to take in at one time. Oh, and I'm the same way. That's why I don't I mean, I love playing Fortnite with like these guys, and it's fun to get on and hang out. But like, it's just not I just don't like it. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it. It's not what I want to play. So I totally get you. All right.
I'll definitely look into getting the BattleBit game.
BattleBit, I think you would like that one though. That one's fun as hell. And it's intense as shit. Like, you wouldn't think about it the way it looks because it looks like Roblox or whatever. But like, it's a fucking, like, the shit is hardcore. Like, stuff exploding around you constantly, and you never know where you're getting shot from. And there's like, it's fucking crazy. All right. Yeah, like Akuza says, he's not a Counter-Strike guy. Like, he just knows it's not his thing. I just appreciate you hanging out and watching us when we play Akuza. I'm glad y'all can at least enjoy watching us play and know that it's not the game for you. I enjoy watching people play like Fortnite and stuff. I like watching Charlie and them play Dead by Daylight. You know, I don't like that game at all. I can't stand that fucking game. But I definitely enjoy watching them play it. So, but not Cat. I don't enjoy watching Cat play anything. Nobody watch Cat stream, and nobody follow Cat. Don't do that. This thing. Look right here. Look right here. See this slick thing at the top of your chat window? There's a button. Don't click that button. Leave that button alone. That's at the top of your chat. Nobody wants to see anything that's happening over there. All right?
Not at all.
Nobody. God. Ridiculous.
Don't worry, Cat. I clicked it.
Says I'm small. Well, who's small now? Still me. All right.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you're still small.
Look at these guns. Look at all that right there. I got to get some type of, you know how they have those Snapchat filters and shit to like change people's faces? I need to get one that makes my arms look like SpongeBob's anchor arms, and all of a sudden it's this big.
Oh, that'd be. Oh, Lord.
Honestly, Akuza, I don't know. I guess it just depends on, because like for Charlie, like if I'm watching to see their reactions to things that happen in the game. I don't give a shit about that game. But like for Counter-Strike, I feel like, not that I'm like super incredibly great, but I feel like every once in a while, you know, something will happen in our games that's cool as shit to see. It's like we get focused in, so we're not having super awesome, hilarious reactions like Charlie and them do with DVD. It's like we make good plays, so it's enjoyable to watch, and you know, and we fuck with each other. So I feel like that's the entertainment value of it. I don't know, but hopefully people enjoy when we play. All right. We'll jump off of here real quick, so don't go nowhere. Stream's going to go away. Come right back in Counter-Strike time with the boys. I'll see y'all in just a minute. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Like I said, SLIDESTYLE next Friday. Come join us. I've been Alex. I've been on your screen. You've been you. You guys are the best. Y'all are amazing. Except for Kat. But everybody else is amazing. I'll see y'all in a minute. Don't go nowhere. Love you, DK. And I love you too, Kat.